Emergencies usually happen when least expected. What you have on your person may be all that you have to work with, so it only makes sense to handpick the items you'd want to have on you when things go sideways. Everyone's needs are different, so only you can come up with your ideal everyday carry setup. But here are some types of things you might want to consider.
At the end of the day, there's only so much stuff that you can have on your person, so you're going to have to make some compromises. But here's what I often have as my everyday carry. Start with a good knife. Flashlight is indispensable. Once you start carrying one, you'll wonder how you lived without it. And you've got things like keys that you just need, your billfold, cards and stuff like that. I like to always have cash on me. A fire starter is a great thing to have, where you can actually get a fire going, and this one has magnesium that you can scrape off and start a fire with that. And let's see, what else do we have here? My belt. I like to have a good sturdy belt, and this one is actually made where in an emergency you could rappel with it. And then think about in the wintertime, for instance, your heavy jacket often has big pockets, and so there's additional space there that you might not have other times of the year. Take advantage of it. For instance, maybe you don't have space in your pockets for some fire starter, but you do in the wintertime with these big pockets. Also, I put this jacket on this morning and I had a tourniquet in there because I had the space, and so I've just keep it in there. All kinds of things like this.
Okay, ladies, let's talk about everyday carry. First of all, it's a little bit more of a challenge because we like to dress fashionable. So let me start with the shoes. So first of all, with the shoes, most of them we wear aren't the most practical shoes. So always try and keep within reach somewhere a good pair of walking shoes, or if it's winter time, I like to throw my muck boots in the back of the car no matter where I go. Warm clothes. So when you're dressing fashionable, try thinking about layering underneath your clothes. It's healthier for you anyway, and it gives you more options if you find yourself stranded or only with what you have on. Next is what we can fit in our pockets. You have to think compact, you have to think small, but there are a lot of options. All right, first I have a flashlight. You need to have something small that you're comfortable carrying. Also, a compact pocket knife. I always like to have extra hair ties on me. You'd be surprised what you can use a hair tie for. I like to carry my essential oils with me with me all the time because sometimes you just need it. All right, next, of course, I have my keys. And ladies, a Pharaoh stick. It takes no space at all. Okay. Another thing I want to mention, if you carry a purse and you're diligent about carrying one, then you have a lot more options. Unfortunately, I leave mine sitting everywhere, so I don't carry my purse. So I have a wallet that I carry, and I always keep a little bit of cash in my wallet everywhere I go. Okay, last, I have my phone, and in my warm winter coat, I always keep a little earmuffs or a headband because I don't know about you, but that makes a big difference for me. And a warm pair of gloves. Another thing you want to consider is if you like wearing dresses, or especially if you're going somewhere where you want to dress up, there are shorts that you can wear under your dresses that have pockets in them. I have a pair. And whenever I wear a skirt or I dress up in a dress, I always wear those shorts. I always wear those shorts underneath because then I can put quite a number of these items in my shorts with me wherever I go. And last, just a quick word about protection. Especially as women, we need to be conscious and very intentional about thinking about ways that we can protect not just ourselves, but also our children if we're out and about with little ones. So find something that you're comfortable with, that you have training for, and that you can use to protect yourself and your family.
So when you get up each morning, I want you to think about what you're putting on your person and be intentional about adding items that would be helpful to you if you were to get stuck somewhere with just what you had on. And as always, be sure and head on over to the resources page for links and additional info. You can go to thereadylife.com/521, and we'll see you tomorrow on the 521 Preparedness Plan.